unseen beneath the mist. We walk by faith beneath the skies with promises we've kissed. The world is quiet in the haze, no certain sign is shown, but every step in these strange days is never walked alone. There are traces of grace on the roads we travel, footprints that fade where the journey began, a silent strength in the ties that unravel, God's presence moving in the way that we ran. We follow the calling, a beautiful mystery, leaving our mark on the earth and the air. Oh, footprints of grace, a sacred history found in the whispers and found in the prayer. This path unfolds day by slow day. Stay put together. Jack and Parjo before fading. A winding road before us lies, unseen beneath the mist. We walk by faith beneath the skies with promises we've kissed. The world is quiet in the haze, no certain sign is shown, but every step in these strange days is never walked alone. There are traces of grace on the roads we travel, footprints that fade where the journey began, a silent strength in the ties that unravel, God's presence moving in the way that we ran. We follow the calling, a beautiful mystery, leaving our mark on the earth and the air. Oh, footprints of grace, a sacred history found in the whispers and found in the prayer. This path unfolds day by slow day. Stay put together. Jack and Parjo before fading.
Good evening, this is Father Alex Gubrin and welcome to Footprints of Grace, Episode 7, When Grace Glows in the Dark. Hope that survives loss, light that refuses to die or to go out. This evening, we would like to share to you a story that I have read and cherished months ago. It's about Christmas experience, though we are already in ordinary times, but I would like to bring to our reflection tonight about a Christmas experience. The world dresses Christmas in brightness, lights everywhere, songs of joy, tables full, homes warm with laughter. But not every heart feels the season the same way. Some celebrate with an ache they do not show. Some smile while carrying an empty chair. Some sing carols while quietly grieving what is no longer there. There are seasons that return every year and still reopen wounds we thought had healed. And yet, even there, especially there, grace waits. Today on Footprints of Grace, we listen to a story where hope does not shout, but glows quietly in the dark. This is a story for those who learn to be strong too early, for those who lost love too soon, for those who still ask every year, where is joy for someone who grieves? Christmas has never been the same since her mother died. She was only 17, still a child in many ways, yet suddenly asked to live like an adult. Grief arrived not gently, but urgently. There was no time to fall apart. There was no one else to take the lead. There was no father to lean on. There was a younger brother who needed her. And so without ceremony, she stepped into a life of responsibility. With no father beside them and a younger brother who depended on her, she stepped into responsibilities she never imagined would be hers so soon. From that moment on, life became a series of quiet sacrifice. Every Christmas after that felt heavier. While the world wrapped itself in lights and laughter, she carried absence. She carried hunger, and sometimes literal, sometimes emotional. She carried uncertainty about tomorrow and fear that she was not strong enough to hold everything together. There were seasons when survival depended on the kindness of others. Moments when she felt the ache in her body from carrying burdens too heavy for her shoulders, and the ache in her heart from holding herself together when all she wanted was permission to fall apart. She knew what it meant to be sick and alone, what it meant to need a mother's comfort and have no one to call, what it meant to stand in the middle of celebration while feeling profoundly displaced. Every December, or even at the first hint of the Burr months, the sadness still returns. No carol can fully silence it. No decoration can erase the memory of an empty chair. The longing surfaces quiet, but always persistent. And year after year, the same questions arise from somewhere deep within her. Where is hope? Where is joy? Where is Christmas for someone who still grieves? In the stillness of prayer, something slowly begins to shift. Not the pain, but the way she holds it. She realizes that perhaps Christmas is not always the brightest light. Perhaps it is something smaller, more fragile, a flickering flame that refuses to be extinguished even on the darkest nights. Like a mother's love, it remains quietly present, still guiding, still watching, still surrounding her with a tenderness she cannot fully explain. She begins to see it, even in sorrow. She was never abandoned. She survived. She worked. She provided. She overcame. Not because she was unbreakable, but because grace carried her when she could no longer carry herself. I remember a passage from John chapter 1 verse 5. It runs like this. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. This is one of the most understated yet powerful proclamation of the gospel. The light does not wait for darkness to disappear. It does not demand that grief resolve itself first. It does not ask sorrow to make sense. It simply shines. In the Gospel of John, the coming of Christ is not introduced with triumph, but with mystery. The Word becomes flesh not in comfort or certainty, but in vulnerability. And God enters human history through poverty, fragility, and night. Christmas, at its deepest, it is not about excess or noise. It is about presence. The light of Christ does not eliminate grief. It enters into it. It does not erase loss. It accompanies it. It does not fill the empty chair. It sits beside it. This is the kind of hope that does not deny pain. It is the kind that survives within it. And for those who grieve, the gospel offers no shallow consolation. Instead, it reveals a God who chooses to dwell where sorrow lives, who understands absence, loss, and longing. The darkness in this passage is real, but it does not have the final word. Grace does not arrive as fireworks. It arrives as fidelity, as a light that stays. And Even when joy feels muted, even when faith feels tired, that light continues to shine quietly, steadily, faithfully. This story belongs to many of us. It belongs to those who lost someone too early and never quite caught up with it, with the world's expectations. To those who became parents to their siblings, to those who learned responsibility before they learned joy. Some griefs do not fade with time. They return with the calendar. They resurface in anniversaries, in holidays, in familiar songs, in familiar stories. And that does not mean something is wrong with us. It means love was real. We live in a culture that often expects healing to be quick and joy to be loud. But grace moves differently. Grace honors the truth of loss without rushing us past it. Faith does not require forgetting. Hope does not require pretending. Joy does not require the absence of sorrow. Sometimes holiness looks like endurance, not heroic endurance, but gentle persistence. Getting up again, showing up again, choosing life again, even when the heart feels heavy. Grace often reveals itself not as relief from pain, but as strength within it. Not as answers, but as companionship. Not as resolution, but presence. If you still grieve, you are not weak in faith. If joy feels quiet, it is still joy. If hope feels small, it is still hope. Grace often glows not as brilliance, but as a steady flame that keeps us going when everything else feels dark. And sometimes that is more than enough. So this week, let us reflect gently. Where does grief still visit me? What small light has helped me survive? How has grace carried me when I was sure I could not continue? Do not rush joy. Do not force celebration. Honor the light that has kept you going. Sometimes faith is simply staying. God of quiet light, be near to all who grieve, especially when the world expects joy. Bless those who carry love and loss together. Strengthen those who became strong too early. Comfort those who still miss someone deeply. May your light continue to glow in their darkest seasons, steady and faithful. And may they know that even now, even here, grace has not let go of them. Amen. Thank you for your listening and your reflections. Please send us your stories and let us reflect together. Footprints of Grace. This is Father Alex Gubrin, your servant. Good night. God bless.
A winding road before us lies, unseen beneath the mist. We walk by faith beneath the skies, with promises we've kissed. The world is quiet in the haze, no certain sign is shown. But every step in these strange days is never walked alone. There are traces of grace on the roads we travel, footprints that fade where the journey began. A silent strength in the ties that unravel, God's presence moving in the way that we ran. We follow the calling, a beautiful mystery, leaving our mark on the earth and the air. Oh, footprints of grace, a sacred history found in the whispers and found in the prayer. This path unfolds